I have 4x12 bandsaw. This is the 3-wheel, and ever since I sort of bought it, I like it just because of the size, but I had troubles with it, adjusting it. Blade would pop off, everything else. I finally figured out what some of my problems were. Plus two, it would just start spinning and not cutting with something thick. So what I ended up doing, a couple of things. Down in here, I took this off, took the nut off, took this wheel off, and actually I drilled through the shaft and put a pin in so it locked this. The only thing that locks this onto the shaft is a couple of little out of plastic groove things, and they broke off real easy. So I went ahead and I drilled, and I put a little 1/8 rod right through, drilled right through the shaft, put a little 1/8 rod inside there, and that locked that on up pretty good. The other thing was, it drove me nuts figuring out how to adjust the wheel on this. And by chance, I looked down here, and here's a nut, or a screw right through the center of this. And I found if you turn it clockwise, you turn the screw clockwise, just shift that pulley in. Shifting that pulley in is how, or if the other way too, that adjusts how you go ahead and adjust it so it stays on the rollers. Man, I could not find a manual on this. They don't make the manual. And like I say, once I did that to the shaft, it stays on and it cuts better. Once I found out how to adjust this with that screw there, the other little sneaky thing this has this spring. I loosened some of that up. And what that does is that holds the unit up against here. It's spring loaded. That was kind of tight. I loosened that up a little bit. And I like it just strictly because of the size of it. And I don't have much room in the shop. You know, I have access to a bigger bandsaw, but just as for at home. So it took me a while to figure this stupid thing out. Alrighty. Yeah, again, you can see I don't have a lot of room in here for this. Drill press, toolbox cabinet. I like the little 1-inch sander and this Harbor Freight, even though it doesn't have a lot of power, it still works good enough for me. And then like I say, this bandsaw, it's good enough. Got a nice deep throat on it, 12-inch throat on it. It's good enough for me. I have the only other tools I have in my shop. I got a chop saw up there. I got this wet saw that actually I got a 5-inch wooden wood cutting blade on it instead of the diamond blade. And I use that as a little table saw. I can only cut thin stuff. And up there, got the squirrel saw. Those are basically the only machines I have here. I have access to, at our condo association, they have a whole wood shop, but I like to do the little stuff here. And here's what I started cutting out, and I just had so much problems with it. I was cutting this out. This is 16th bendable aluminum, and I'll show you what this looks like after I get this cut out.